Oh, I'm back. Hello. Hello. Oh, hey, look, it gets bigger now. Gets bigger when I talk. I've already got the screen on. I don't need to click nothing. I don't need to click nothing. It's okay. I don't know if that's worse that it does that, actually. Is that worse? We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, where was I? Where are my skeleton? Where are my skeleton references? I've been fighting with this flipping computer all morning, and I'm getting slowly more and more annoyed. More and more angry. Let's try and chill out. Let's chill out. Nice. Do some skeletons and calm down. Yeah, do some skeletons. Skeletons. Okay. I was looking at my references. There we go. Move that over there, and then this one over here in my layer menu is huge. I've been fighting with anime effects all morning, so well, not all morning, but some of it. And I'm quite angry. I'm quite angry at the computer. Hello mods, how are we? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are we? Oh, I forgot about the everything here that I left for myself to work on. Okay. Ah, good. Well, angry again now. Okay. Right, what have I got even with these layers? Right, okay, I've got refs, I've got a little bit of outline. I was thinking of leaving like a, oh, what do you call them? You know those, you know, the like I murdered my husband for the money kind of robes where they got the feathers around the edge. They're like sheer see-through kind of. I don't know how you'd make one of those out of human skin. But maybe one of those on the bed next to her to fill the spacing, because it's just going to be like fabric anyway. I'll clip close enough. Let me try and get my hair out of the way. Hang on, I can't. It's too hot. It's too warm. I am on the verge of cutting it off because it's annoying me also. Hang on. Oh, this is a whole other problem. Hang on. I've got too much human hair on my human head. There we go. Okay, now it's out of the way. I really need to cut it. I'm gonna be bald. I'm gonna cut it all off. I'm gonna embrace the demographic. I'm gonna cosplay as the demographic. Okay. That is all those lines. This is all sketched out onto. Oh, let's do it without the sketch. Yeah, okay. We're like halfway there. It's not really done. I'll do just the skeleton version for Patreon. How about that, chat? And then you can get the filth. You can get the filth on there. Let's see the filth. Let's lower that a bit actually, because it's quite loud. There, that's better. Right, now I can see what's going on, and we want this as a separate layer, but I could do this with, I think. There we go. And I can see I can just about see my refs. Over there. Okay, if I move that there, that covers the chat. Move it there, it covers the chat. If I move it that way, I can't see shit. Great. Great. Okay, right. I'm gonna have to have it like that. A little bit's gonna be in the way. Is that like knobbly bobbly going on there? Oh, I haven't had one of those ice creams in years, actually. Those are pretty good. Fam brought some kind of something. I don't know. It was like toffee. I had like toffee ice cream on the weekend. They're like tiny now. All the ice creams are tiny and pathetic now. They're like stunted. Very sad. I don't know if there's much point getting them no more. I don't know. I don't really eat a lot of ice cream. Right. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to look at the feet. I'm trying to look at the feet. I just want to see what's going on. Right. I want this here and then whoop. And I'll start filling out the shape. Hello, how are we? Hello, hello. How come we both have the number 1? How come we both have the number 1? What's going on there? Oh, nice to eat ice cream in the morning like this. Ooh, ice cream breakfast? You spoiling yourself? I was eating a bit of cake before, actually. I fan made banana cake because we had bananas that were starting to well, they were on the turn. Bananas on the turn. And I put some wild strawberries that I picked on the top of it, and it was really, really nice, actually. There's more of it. There's more of it for later. For my pudding. For my pudding. I don't know what I'm making for dinner, actually. What's for dinner, chat? What's for dinner? What have you been up to? I've been running around with the cat all weekend, and I am exhausted. She's feeling better, but oh my goodness. I've been having to like watch her to make sure she's doing everything properly. Chocolate milk? Chocolate crackers in the morning? What's extreme chocolate crackers? I don't know if we have those. I don't know if we got like chocolate crackers. Just got those little like animal chalky biscuits. I don't know if they're a thing anymore though. Kind of miss those. Okay, what is going on? We got like bleh. Right, oh no, that's like one piece. That's like one piece by there, it just splits over this way. Have you been watching anything cool, chat? Oh my god, have you seen anything cool, chat? You watched anything cool over the weekend? What's been going on? I forget what I was watching. I watched a couple of films with fam. That was comfy. Right, I hope I'm doing okay here. The toes are like way longer than you think because of all the like padding and stuff going on. I'll do that for now. That's so weird. The little toes are so weird. Okay, does that look right? I think it looks a bit small, actually. The foot looks kind of small. Like there's not enough chunk right here. Let's see. I think there should be a little bit more chunk around here. And then I'll pull it over this way. You know what? Maybe it should be a bit further that way too. I should like curve it around because it's not really. It's going off to the side maybe a bit too much. Where you can get like a little bit of twist down there, but I don't think that much. I don't think that much. I don't know if shape's creeping, but I went in the anime effects. I went in the anime effects Discord before to like look stuff up. And it's like, but oh, there's shape. Like, oh, there's shape. Of course, shape's in the anime effects. In the anime effects Discord. You know Fairy Tale? I have heard of it, but I've never watched that one. I have not watched that one. Is that one of those ones that goes on forever? Like a whole bunch of seasons? It's always funny when you go creeping around places and you see people in the wild. Just hanging about, doing what they do. Okay, I don't know if his feet are gonna look terrible. I hope they don't, but I don't know also. They're like really high, the arches, I think they are. Oh, they're like taller than you would think. Yeah, taller than you would think. Big old like woo in the middle. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? I haven't had a coffee. Oh, I haven't had a coffee. That's the problem. I might do a quick BRB in a second. I need a coffee. I've been getting like really aggravated. Really aggravated. Because I ain't been sleeping. But coffee may help. Coffee might help. Right, I'm gonna just cheese that a little bit, and then we can cheese there. I don't have to draw the whole toe. Don't have to draw the whole toe. Oh, I did watch that one movie I was talking about, that Makia. It's like M-A-Q, I think. Where I was talking about Freren. Freeren? I don't know how you say that name still. They say it in the anime, but I can't figure out how you're supposed to say that. It reminded me of that movie. I've only watched a couple of episodes, but I'm liking it. And it made me want to watch Makia, so I did. You should watch that movie if you want to get upset. Hello, how are we? Welcome to the stream. What's going on? How are we doing? Let's see the skeleton. There you go. Oh, rib. Okay. Do I want a rib cage? I think I want a rib cage. I think I do. I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try the front of it anyway. And maybe black that out. Not sure. Some of it might be better just done with regular lines, but I don't really fancy fighting the rib cage at all. Or I don't know. I'll go over the lines later. Like, that's fine, but I don't want to do them individual. It's gonna get real annoying real quick. I think some of these shapes were like okay. They're like not bad. Let's just try and do them a bit tidier, and then I'll leave it like 3 pixels, the lines. I'm trying to keep it kind of skinny so that I can render it later on. I was watching weird videos. Apparently there was like an instance of someone getting road rage and like pooping on the hood of someone's car that I wasn't aware of. I hadn't heard about that. It's that was sure a thing that happened. You wouldn't hear about that happening over here. I can't remember if it's still like a Florida thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just assuming. Probably a Florida thing. Florida people behavior. There we go. Yeah, that one's like more of that swing forward, doesn't it? Like out and then around and down. Out and then around and down. That way. It's annoying when the bones are all like a particular kind of knobbly because you've got the different muscle insertions, but there's so many that go on around the spine that it's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. Everything is very complex. Is that better if I do it like that? Because they're flat. If you look at them from a certain angle, they're very flat. Like they're like this. Like a flatworm, like a, I don't know, lugworms aren't flat, are they? They're kind of blumpy, bitey. Flat and bitey. I don't know, let's draw some more. Where's the, let's take that off because it's just clothes. It's just clothes that aren't super relevant right now. Yeah, okay. I'm also like, haha, how much do I want to get away with like stylizing this? Because I'm doing like a little bit of simplification, but if I do too much, I think it will look bad. Okay, it's like that angle here where it pops and goes, but you get the roundness of it. Oh, I don't know. I guess they're kind of ribbony in a way, kind of ribbony. Ooh, that's what I was doing. I was doing some little thumbnail sketches for my stupid comic. I'm probably not going to end up keeping them, but I was testing some stuff. I went and scrolled through my draft and drew one of the chunks, and it kind of helped, actually. It's a lot more interconnected than I thought that it was. And it was interesting to try and block some of that out. Okay, so I need to keep aware of like that edge too. Yeah, they start to kind of flatten after a little bit. Some of these lines I will take off later too because it's just going to outline it like bubble right and it's going to go all the way around. Whatever shape that I draw in. Just makes it easier to see. Wait a minute, was it Monday? Oh god, it is Monday. It's Monday. I have no idea where I am because I haven't slept very much. I have no idea where I am. The view, canvas. No, wait. Window, canvas, new window. Ah, there we go. Ah, no, don't zoom in. That's the point. That's the whole point, is to like not zoom in. There we go. I'm gonna do a quick BRB actually and get a coffee. I really need it. I really need a coffee. Give me a few minutes. I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. Hey. Hey, I'm back. What's going on? I need my pen. Okay, right, back to the... Oh, this ribcage is going to be horrible. I'm going to draw the back of it separately as well. That's a second problem. Oh, I'm sorry, it's one of them days. Oh, it's one of them days. It's one of them days. Let me do some of this. I just realized I've got emails. I had one. I noticed. Howdy, hello, how are we? Welcome to the stream. What's going on? I'll do a bit more of this ribcage. I might have to do another quick BRB. Got some more stuff to look at later too. Is it easy to see her? Because I'm debating putting a blank layer like behind so that you can kind of see the silhouette, but I think that's more trouble than it's worth. What if we make the background like a color, not color, like slightly brighter, like this? Ooh, is that bad? How's that? How's that? Pretty good. How about you? Not bad, thank you. How's the arting going? Not bad. Chat in general. Are you drawing anything? Are we drawing anything? I know y'all like to watch. I keep thinking about that bit in the room where Danny shows up and he's like, haha, I just like to watch you guys. Danny. You know what they say, two's company but three's a crowd. Hello, Goblin. How are we? I really wanted to read more of the book at the weekend, but I didn't have no time. My cat's feeling better, mind. My cat is eating a lot better now. She's less upset. Right. Ooh. Maybe I should just sketch a bunch of rib cages as well. That would be horrible. Okay, I want to maintain okay, there's like a certain angle down here where you get the front of the ribs and then they like come forward and then they start to go whoop, like up and around at the back. So I try to like maintain what's going on there. Slightly. Because I don't think it's as vicious. There's some tiramisu, she'll be a happy cat. Oh my god, the sauce. I bet she'd like that, actually. Without the chocolate. Grilling a lot of ribs lately, so this is fitting. Oh, nice. I've been fancying ribs, honestly. I was thinking about them. I might get some at the weekend. I don't know. Get a big set of them. I'll share them with the cat. She'll like it. Okay, I might have to adjust some of these bits where it joins up, but I am going to go over it anyway. These need to, like, balance out over there. I always worry that I'm putting too much of a gap between them as well. They've got a thing where they're ribbony and, like, the weight of them kind of changes. Or not the weight, but, like, the thickness. Sort of. I need to figure out what I'm cooking for dinner, actually. need to figure out what I'm cooking for dinner. I may go and hunt for some more raspberries. Oh, I didn't get to go like berry picking either because the cat was sick. I was gonna go berry picking at the weekend, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen to look after the baby. Poor thing. Okay, I gotta make sure that these still line up with everything that's behind too, because I've got the, well, I did the other one the same with this layer mode. Not layer mode, effect, layer effect. Where you get the bubble outline. I still had that on the other one, and just doing a tidier version. Now that I've got it cleaned up. And then there'll be more line erasing later as well. How much like weird panel stuff do you guys like in comics? I was thinking about it where I was trying, I don't know, I was trying to do like pages and panels, like really loose ones, just to see what I would want them to start looking like and thinking about it. I think I can probably condense them a lot more than I thought as well, which is a good thing. Or at least where I did the very short, what's it called? The short draft, that's it. Where I did the short draft, it was a lot easier to draw from because I didn't have all the text. I was trying to like generalize it and see how short I could make it. I like stuff that plays with it but has some sort of intent or purpose. I don't know if I've read anything that goes really like wacky because I don't know, I don't really know that much about it. I want to learn, but I don't know any that do anything like crazy with them. Right. It's not better. I'm gonna round out these corners because I've made it like very pointy. I tend to if I draw like a curve, I tend to go like, oh, you can't really see that very well, can you? If I draw a curve like this, and I'm thinking about like, okay, this is the point that it curves around, I tend to just go whoop like that so that you get like an extra point. But then you end up with like a, I don't know, they look like chevrons going like this and it looks kind of stupid. It looks like they're not quite done. So let's roll them out a bit more. Roll them out like some pastry. Oh my god, can you imagine like strawberries and cookies? Imagine how nice that would be, like honey and strawberry cookies. I need to start cooking things with herbs in actually. I went out and there was ladybirds and ladybird larvae in little chrysalises on my herbs actually, and I'm excited. There's grasshoppers as well. There's like grasshoppers and ladybirds, and I saw a couple of butterflies. It's really not that many this year, but I saw a few. I'm very excited about the bugs. Some of the videos Strip Panel Naked made about Frank quietly plays with his panels in some interesting ways that tie into what's going on in the story. Ooh, thank you. I will look at those. I did listen to that guy talk about one comic that I was thinking of, and it was, I think it was split up into like a grid, kind of, but like each reference point, I guess, was like a little blob like this. So it was like a bunch of little panels. I can't remember the name of the guy though, or the comic, but it looked cool. It looked cool. Hey queen, hey bestie, what's going on? Hey. Ladybirds are very good for anything you're growing. They eat the small pests that come after your produce. They sure do. I hate aphids so much. They're the bane of my existence. Them and their, what is it? I forgot the word again. I forgot the word where they can like, they can poop out babies. They don't need no man. They can poop out the babies. God, there's a word for it and I can't remember it now. And I'll Google it later. I'm Googling it now because it's gonna drive me insane. What is it? Aphid reproduction. I know my enemies, chat. I know my enemies. I hate aphids. Parthenogenesis, that's it. The little parthenogenesis in buggers, they are. All over my plants. Everywhere. Finishing the episode of 90 Day Fiancé. Uh-oh. Was it good? I keep threatening to put Married at First Sight on. And like watching it. Just normal on the telly. Fam watch like so much trash though, so Fam would probably like it. Fam watch those like first date shows. Oh my god, I was telling Cherry about one and it was so uncomfortable because this one lady is like, oh, hello, other lady, this is I'm bi and this is my first date with another woman. And she's like, oh. And then they kind of get into conversation and she's like, actually, my husband's across the bar. And like this other lady was clearly not informed about this. And it was so uncomfortable. I'm like, this is really inappropriate. They are like, this is like a trap that they've set up. It was really, really bad. It was making my skin crawl. I'm like, oh yeah, no, my husband's waiting over there. I'm like, huh? Is that good? It's on Hulu. There's some good fights in it sometimes. That's obviously what I watch it for. But yeah, I do like Married at First Sight. I've watched a lot. I like the Australian one, but I can't remember which series specifically. I just used to stick them on while I was drawing. Like zone out completely. Get some neem oil spray, I should. They're not really that bad, actually. We do have quite a lot of ladybirds here. Like, way more than I thought, actually. We used to see a lot of the ones that were, like, not the native ones, but you see more of the regular Harlequin ones now, surprisingly. Add it to my list. I love trash. Me too. I was watching an old one on YouTube called YouTube. I was watching an old one called Ladette to Lady. And oh my goodness, right? They send a bunch of like rowdy girls off to a finishing school where they teach them etiquette and how to cook and how to dress properly and all that, right? But I'm pretty sure one of the women on it that are teaching them is one of those like nanny people. But there's like 3 of them and they're all really mean and like horrible, like incredibly hateable. Because they're so mean to these girls for like no reason, just because they think they can be. But they are the stereotype. Like the way that they look is crazy. They look like a caricature. Especially one of them, because she's got like, you know, the British teeth. You know what I say when I mean, you know what I mean when I say the British teeth. She's got like the British teeth, but you can tell even when her mouth is closed. She looks like that one guy from League of Gentlemen. I can't remember his name. But she looks like him in a wig, and it's crazy. Like, I kind of want to draw her. Her face is so strange. Not to be like mean or anything, but no. You know what I mean? I like people with interesting faces, chat. I'm not being mean. I wouldn't. I'm not being mean. You ever see anyone who looks like a cartoon character, chat? That's what I mean. To like stare in fascination, like wow. Like Tommy Wiseau. Wait, what? Oh, where he looks like a cartoon character. Yeah, he looks like a vampire. Yeah, like Tommy Wiseau. Exactly. You were drawing him again in the Arts and Dafts thing, right? Also, we've got like, what was it? Chat, look at the Arts and Dafts channel. Look at it. Hang on, I'll get the link. You were drawing him again, right? In the oh good, my sausage monster. It's not a sausage monster. What it human centipede is on the thumbnail for the last one, the last live stream that we did. We did a live stream on Saturday show. Drawing. You like people with weird faces? I do. I love people with weird faces. It's so interesting. That's what I was talking about, actually. I was looking at videos of people that have their legs, like, surgically lengthened, and there was a chart of them. There was, okay, I'm gonna go off on one, right? There was a chart. I love a chart. I love a chart, right? So it was like, matey is here compared to, like, it's like him. It's like him and a normal guy. And, you know, he's pretty normal looking, you know, his legs are in proportion to his body like this. So, you know, usually like the head to crotch is the same. It's the same as the legs. So they fit in pretty normally, right? So he stood there next to his buddy. And they're both pretty normal. And then in this other bit of the chart, he's like this tall or something. And the top half of his body, like to here, this is like normal. It's like normal sized by here. You know, the elbows sit in the right place and the hands sit in the right place and the crotch and everything. And then the top bit of his legs is normal. They're normal, but then he's got these like a big old like legs like that, and it is terrifying to look at. And I think that's the uncanny valley thing, because like you know when the proportions are a bit off. Everyone knows what human proportions look like, even if they can't kind of measure it out like that. You know something's weird when someone's fibula and tibia are like that long. It looks so creepy because they were like really long and skinny, and matey was like kind of fat too. Like bulky. So he made himself look like a lollipop. It's completely out of proportion. It's like, wow. I am fascinated. I'm gonna look up more about that later. I wanna know what's going on there, like, so bad. Daddy Longlegs, yeah. Also, hello. Do you stream today? No. All that money wasted to ensure he can never do a split. What a moron, yeah. I wonder how much you, like, fall upstairs and things if you do that, because that has to mess with your proprioception, right? It's like, okay, when you puberty and you start getting taller, and you're like, the map of your body in your brain hasn't caught up with the growth yet, so you just bump into shit all the time. It's gotta be like that, but would it even catch up? Because that's something you've like done surgically to alter yourself. Like, I don't know if your brain map would catch up with that. Would you just keep smacking into things? Because I imagine you'd be in a whole lot of pain as well. Just like in general, not from the surgery, just from doing that to yourself. Like the strain of it over the years. Like really, really interesting though. I'm gonna look up more of that later. Imagine dying just because you tripped and fell over. I mean, that happens a lot. That happens a lot, right? I think I was talking to Cherry one time and I was like, yeah, we're all just like one slightly dodgy head injury away from being a completely different person. Because if your brain gets knocked about in the wrong way, you are just completely different. It'd be cool if they did a show on that, because there was one, I can't remember the name of it, there was a show on the TV where they were like, oh, you want a nose job? Let's go and let you watch a nose job being done. And all the people were like, oh, this is horrible. They're like watching the surgery live. Good morning. Hello, dog. In that case, I'm on my third personality already. Have you got 9 like a cat? Okay. I hate these at the side because of the way they like wiggle wobble. I think I'm probably wiggle wobbling them too much though, so I want to like this. Flip them around the edge. Oops. Oh, I'm kind of making a mess of this. Pay more attention. Fix some of these bits. Yeah, that looks better, overlapping a bit more over there too. I can't remember what other surgeries they had on that show. I always remember the nose one because they like get the old, what is it called? You know, like the scraper for scraping the paint off the walls, and they get the chisel. They get the hammer and chisel, and they go once they peel the skin up. Not sure I've had 3 head injuries so far. Not sure. I want to find out how much mileage my old noggin has. No, please don't. Right. Oop. Let's hope this behaves. Getting the angle of that. So it's kind of like wrapped downwards like this, the sides of them. It's difficult where you're not sort of painting the edge like I usually do with, I guess, hair or ribbons. Makes it a bit easier. I'm gonna pull that like down more so it's, yeah, does the same swoop. Make it do the same swoop. Okay, right, this is where it starts to be a pain in the butt. Down this way. Oh no, wait, that's that one, isn't it? Like, wait. I'll do the spine like this when I get to it as well. Yeah, and you just see a little bit of the poking that way. Just a little bit. And then there's the, yeah, there's the small ones there then, but I'll leave those. I'll leave those for the back layer. I'll leave those for the back layer. Do 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 do. Yeah. Okay, see, when I do the back layer, I'll go like underneath, and then just erase some of the lines to get them to blend nice. Okay, that wasn't as painful as I thought it would be, but I think this top one needs to come down a little bit, or these need to like curve up. These need to carve up higher. Carve up higher. I'm having that thing where I didn't sleep very much. I didn't sleep very much over the weekend. And there's been a lot going on. So I don't know where I am. And I still think it's like Saturday. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. So tired today. Is the... Have you been churning? Has your brain been churning? Does that one look funny? No, it does kind of have that roll to it. Okay. You know what? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm sure there was like an old skeleton that I drew a long time ago. Yeah, sure, it can still be Saturday, yeah. Please, please can it still be Saturday? Good morning. Hello, Dave. How are we? Yeah, but I have a good reason. Yeah. Have you had a coffee? We had coffee yet. Skeleton hands are real gangly. Let me shufty my wrap around. Get these little niblets on the hands. Tasty niblets. Yeah, it's the spine and everything else then, isn't it? Let's make this a bit harsher so you can actually see. Oh, there we go. That's why it was difficult to reduce. Or I'll leave it a little bit like that. I did the feet too. You can see the feet, right? You see the feet? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, feet. There is some graffiti on a bench near me that just says, I fucking love feet. I like sat on it one day and like put my arm across the back and leaned, and I was like, what does that say? It says, I fucking love feet. I wasn't expecting that in the wild. It's usually just so and so is a knobhead. It's a little bit more avant-garde. See, I fucking love feet. That's new. That's a new one out here. Sometimes bitches just love feet. Yep, sometimes they do. Have you cooked anything nice for dinner, chat? Have you been cooking anything nice at the weekend? I made, I was going to make a lasagna, but we didn't have any sheets, so I just had to like slop it all together into a sauce, but it was like, whizzed up squash, like butternut squash, as a sauce, with like mushrooms and beetroot. There was all sorts in it. I'm so disappointed I didn't get to do lasagna. I didn't even remember to buy sheets for doing one today either. Terrible. I was gonna make a mushroom and onion layer on it and it was gonna be nice. I'll try another day though. Oh, is everyone else getting a heat wave soon, actually? Because we're supposed to be getting worse this week coming. Chicken fried rice, probably tomorrow. Oh, that does sound good. That does sound good. Right, how... Oh, this is going to be awful, isn't it? I'm going to have to, like, balance these out. I'm going to have to balance an overlap, probably. It's not giving man hands either. Let's be, like, careful on that. You know what, actually? Fam that have got, like young boys in the fam came to visit a while ago. And you know, when they like hit puberty, they just start growing like crazy. And they're like huge. They're like so tall. They are so tall. Like so fast. It's crazy. Like once it hits, they just go pew. I guess I've been the same height for years, so don't notice it. I made some sweet and spicy chicken, but I think it would work better with pork. I'll try when I buy a bigger pressure cooker. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, nice. And Cherry was showing me pulled pork. Cherry was showing me a pork again. Cherry was showing me pork, and it looked really good. That was like pressure cooker stuff, right? Or you just leave it in there and let it sit. Fam made that one time, and it smelled so good. I might pull that one like out and uppy a bit more like this. I tend to pull them together more, but they radiate outwards more than you would think. I want to go forward and look at the muscles in the forearm as well, because I fight with those. I keep mentioning that. I was kind of scooting through that one site that I was talking about the other week. I liked pics of my meat. I do. Only your meat, though. Only your meat. Special meat. Special fried rice. All the meats. What is that kind of pork they do where it's got the like bright pink around the edge? It's like pinky red. I don't know if they marinate it in something. A lot of Asian countries, pressure cookers are used for a lot of pork or red meat. Keeps the meat tender. Yeah, see, I never liked like chewy beef, but I don't know if I've ever had it cooked in like a pressure cooker. I imagine that would be better. I don't know if this is working very well. I don't know if I like this. I think I'm going to try and pull this up slightly. I think it's the fingies. Is it the fingies bothering me? I'm trying to like pose it at the same time, so it's my own fault also, but I'm trying. Maybe like this. Maybe like these. South is that like that, where they have 1 million pressure cooker recipes? They are convenient. I can't remember. I think we've got some kind of pressure cooker. I haven't used it in a while though. Do soup in it usually. Just leave it sit. Leave it sit to do its thing. Okay, this might be better with another underneath layer as well. That might be better. And then a little bit of the thumb. A little bit of the thumb. It looks weird when I don't draw the thumb and it just looks kind of like a flipper. And keep it tidy. Nice and tidy. It's reminding me of that skeleton from The last unicorn where he's like cackling to himself, like tee with hand over his mouth. You know what? Yeah, let's leave those bits. Let's leave those bits alone, and maybe like foreshorten here a little bit. How is it looking on this actually? Because I'm not looking at that too much. Yeah, about the pressure cooker. I tend to like stuff that is just like cook it in one pan and it's done kind of thing. Because I'm lazy. Okay, what if I leave it like that for now? I might adjust it slightly as well. Oh, it kind of looks shorter because the fingers aren't like stretched out. Actually, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay, that's why it looks weird. Just trying to figure out what it was. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's nothing. It's nothing bad. I don't think. Are we gonna? No, we're not gonna stream next week, right, Cherry? We're gonna stream the week after that, and then you're gonna get the next episode out. I need to finish my thing for episode 4. Oh, the podcast. Episode 4 with the cut. Doing dishes is the only terrible part of cooking. Yeah. I need to be careful with these hands because of the way they are sitting. I'm trying to like angle my refs so that I can get them right. Gotta record. I also have to finish mine. Yep. Remind me about it later, actually, because I might forget again. I meant to do some. I meant to do some on like Saturday while we were recording, but I was absolutely vegetabled by the time we were done. Vegetables. Okay, like ballsing this up a little bit. And then I want to like, that's that bit's the thumb. That bit's the thumb over there. And it needs to sit on top of the boob that I've drawn in as well. I'll render a version without the clothes for Patreon chat. I'm not drawing like the business though. She's just glowy. I'll just make it glowy like I'll just make it glowy like old Greg. Yeah. That's all you got. I'm gonna attempt to render later on. Oh, I see. I see. That's part of this, and that's like a dinky one. Okay. I think I'm like shortcutting a lot of this too, and it's going to make it look worse. But I'm also very aware that I only have so much like stamina that I can deal with something like this. So I'm trying to balance it out. Can we record on the 25th? Instead of the 26th, I'm supposed to be traveling that day. Oh, yeah, we can. Is that... What day is that? Is that Friday? No, wait, what? Yeah, is that Friday? Is that a Friday? Wait, Friday. Yeah, okay. I need like a calendar again. Things are getting busy. Things is getting busy. Oh no, this is where the ribs are as well. Okay. But this is where the ribs are too. Look, it's gonna blend in. Uh-oh. Do I do that and like fight with it later? This needs to go out, you two, so we can like pop. Make them pop. Yeah, I'm like lining them up too close. For sure, they want to like curve a bit like this. Can I just do that with the thumb, like this way? A bit behind there. Try not to get the bones to mess up too much. Okay, well, we'll like check the placement on it and then move them about a bit more. You finished JoJo Part 2 last night? Oh, you're like blasting through it. What do you think? What do you think of the JoJos? I want to know. No. Let me check when the 26th is or something. When is that? 25th. Yeah, Friday. Okay. Okay. Wait, are we gonna record the end of one thing? Or wait, is that gonna be streaming? Is that gonna be streaming? Okay, right, let me just fuck around with it. Let's fix it in a minute. Just messing with it. I'll fix it later. Part 1 was better, yeah? You like part 1 better than part 2? How come? Because Dio's in it. Should we start in episode 5 by that point or planning it? Cool. Yeah, so like record the end of... Oh, I don't know. We can record the end of this other one whenever you're ready. It's an original idea, sort of an iconic art style, fun movements. This has the fatal flaw of explaining every single movement to the audience every chance it gets. Oh, part 2. Part 1 did less explaining to the audience, yeah. I guess that only gets worse with the stands too. Honestly, it kind of just becomes that where Araki is like, okay, this stand does this thing, let me explain that to you. And like, here's this new guy they've got to beat. This is what his stand does. So it's playing like, it's playing that game of like, who's stronger, I guess. Which isn't really the kind of shit that I like. That usually annoys me. But I don't mind it in JoJo, because JoJo's very silly. Anyway. Or it's like, oh, we don't know what this guy does. We've got to figure it out. We've got to figure out what this guy's stand does so that we don't die. And then outsmart it. You know? Okay, let's make a new layer, because I'm just like poking at it at this point. It's just Araki playing Blorbo fights. He's got like it's like a Blorbo cockfight ring. That's what it is. He's just playing cockfights with his Blorbos, and he's having fun. Did I miss lines over there? Yeah, I did. Okay. I think the thing I like most about JoJo is how fast things go. Yeah? It's not gonna look weird if it lines up like right there. Probably no, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Keep crying and all that, but it is gonna be okay, chat. It is. Okay, let's just block the whole darn spine in and get the chunk of it down. Oh, you can't see it no more. There we go. I think it was interesting paneling, well, doing like test page paneling with my, what did I call it? Draft. My like very loose draft. I was like, I'm not gonna look at the one that's got more detail in it. I'm just gonna look at the very loose one where it's like a paragraph or a like a very small paragraph. I mean, like a little block of text for what's going on in a specific chunk. And I got one chunk down in like 9 pages, which is less than I thought it would be. I don't know. That's without adding text and figuring that out though. But yeah. I was surprised how boiled down I could make it. Part 2 was 17 episodes and like 4 major villains get introduced and defeated in that time. 17 episodes is how long it takes for Namek to explode. What, for who? To explode? Explode. Oh, explode. Sorry, I can't read. To explode. Right, do I want to draw me little loops in the, I want to draw me little loops in the who-diddly what's it down here. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it, and then the tailbone as well. Maybe do this, and then I can down there. Me little who-diddly. Namek is the planet they fight Frieza on in Dragon Ball Z. Blows up the planet at the very end of the fight. He says it will take 5 minutes. It's like 20 episodes or something ridiculous. Oh, I see. Yeah, like they introduced that right at the start, and then that's the entire season. Working up to it. I got you. Sorry, I don't know my animes. Sorry. What the fuck is an anime? What are you talking about, chat? Who's Baban? What? What? Okay, Blump. Is that gonna, that might cause problems, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it after. This reminds me of like the faceplate on one of those big animal things in Zelda, because they've got the extra eyeballs. Makes me think of these. I never did finish the sequel. Also, I've been really wanting to sit and play Zelda, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna sit there and get annoyed. Like, do something else. I don't want to look up. I don't want to look up walkthroughs because it's cheap, you know. But then I just sit there and I'm like, okay, there's too many things that I can do. There's too many things in the world to do, so I get annoyed and give up after a while because I'm like, oh, I could just do something else. I could go and look for the memory drops, I guess, but then I'm like, oh no, no, wait, play more of the game before you do that, otherwise you're not playing the game properly. Message redacted? No, I missed that one. Are you saying something bad? Oh no, I see it. Actually, it's still in the thing. Planet they fight on. Do you have that video game existentialism where you play a game for a day and then feel like you aren't raging against the night? Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm making this like wonky too. This is wonky. This is wonky. I don't know. I struggle to zone out with them like really bad now. For some reason. Oh, is that just like too far over? I'm just trying to like foreshorten it a bit, but I don't know if I'm catching. Don't know if I'm catching right. Maybe not. Maybe not. You know what? Let's try and like shift the damn thing over. Oh, what's that? Hang on. What's that now? Who's that? Oh, okay. I hope it's not too much of a pain in the butt. When you play a video game for like 14 hours and feel like you wasted your life, yeah. Yeah. If I'm gonna play one, I have to like get it and play it like straight for a long time. And I need to get to the point where I'm like completely bored of it. I like binge them. If I can binge a game, I'm pretty happy, but it needs to be dealt with in like one hit. I can't kind of come back to it now and then. Because I'm just bored, because it's like, where was I? What was I doing? Like, I don't really care. I can't maintain the interest in it anymore. I think I played Breath of the Wild for like a week and just really enjoyed it. Like blasted it. And enjoyed it, and that was probably the last time I really played a video game, and before that was like Stardew, I think, and I don't know. I weaned myself off them a long time ago, really. Because now when I'm like, oh, I've got free time to do something, I usually do something else. Like make something. I don't know. I like making things more than playing video games. I don't mind watching people playing them, but it's like I ain't got the patience to sit there and play it myself no more. I want to do things. Everyone else can play the games for me so I can watch. Does that look okay? It is kind of fun when one is so good that you will sit there for 14 hours and play it, though. To be fair, when you're just completely vegetable. You get to the point where you're like falling asleep. Can I only play games, watch movies, and read books now if someone does it with me? Yeah? You need like peer pressure, or you need someone else to like talk about it with. Or it's like a social interaction, so it's not just you. It's just got like tiny lines, kind of. I don't know how big I want to make them. Really? See, these like stick out at the back anyway, so they don't want too much side volume. Oh my god, they look all naked, yeah. She's a little bit naked. She's a little bit naked. I'll say hello. How are we? Hello. She a little bit naked. Hiya. How are we? Need someone else to talk about it with, but as a kid I mostly favoured these single-player games. Interesting. Gone the other way over time. I've gotten to the point where I really like going for movies on my own so I can watch them without talking to someone while it's going on. See, that sounds kind of comfy, actually. I guess, I don't know. I like watching stuff with other people because it makes me pay attention to them. Because usually when I'm watching something, I don't know, maybe I'm kind of like dopey, but I see something that they're doing and then I go off thinking about it like on a tangent. And then by the time I wake up from that, I don't know where I am or what's gone on. I just like clock out for a second while I'm thinking about shit and miss what's happening. Bit too daydreamy. Is there anything good on in the movies, actually? Because I could go and see something with Friendo. I need to bother Friendo, actually. I haven't blooped Friendo in a while. I want to know what's going on. Or, it'd be fun to go foraging with Friendo, actually. That might be an idea. Go and look for some, not the fun ones, but go and look for shrooms, just in general. I went to see Nosferatu. That was the last time I went to the movies. I got like, maybe, okay, a little bit of this wants to like that some more. I hate being asked what's going on, like what did he say, she say, and stuff like that. There's always one person not paying attention when I go with my friends. Oh, that's me. I'm that guy. That's me. I think I do that when I'm reading as well. I just kind of like go off on a tangent thinking about things. But my eyes keep moving. Go and watch movies I don't care about with them. They're interrupting the movie experience. It's kind of funny. Okay, let's have a go. Let's have a go here. Like that. Maybe it's good to like split these two. I think they call that ADHD. Wait, what? I don't have ADHD. Surely. No, please God, no. I hope I fucking don't. Oh no. I don't need any more cards. I've got enough. Ooh. I hope this is gonna behave. It's really hard to see when you've got so many like sketch layers going on. You read the book and you don't read the book at the same time because you can't stop your mind from wandering. Uh-oh. It's okay, so I'm trying to pick up what's happening in the book, and I'm trying to pick up what I'm reading and like put it into the drawers in my brain where similar things live. I'm like indexing shit while I'm reading it. But then I open the drawer to put it in, and there's other things in the drawer, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a similar thing. You know, when you're tidying up and you like start picking things up and you're like, oh, I remember this thing. This thing's cool. I like this thing. And then you've been messing with it for like 10 minutes, you know? And nothing's clean. ADHD is a big psychology conspiracy. Still, they had ADD when I was in elementary school. Mom didn't put me on pills or anything. Oh. I don't know. That's why I have to watch things like 2 or 3 times, because I'm like referencing. I'm like actively referencing other things in my brain while I'm paying attention to something. People should spend their energy on real things that matter, like the Yeti. Like the Yeti and Squatch. Go out Squatch hunting. I can't wait to visit Cherry and go Squatch hunting. I'm so excited. You guys aren't allowed black currants over there, or red currants. How do you survive? You can't have like Ribena or anything, right? Unless you import it. All the things you're saying are the stereotypical ADD things. Great. Great. Fantastic. Fantastic. I thought I was just up in my brain. I thought I was just like too busy up in my brain. Great. Wait, is that what daydreaming is, where you like zone out and stare at the wall? Because I thought people like stared at things and would like daydream, or do you just like look into space? Yeah, nope, need to put you on amphetamines now. Oh, jeez. Is that the horse medicine? No, that's ketamine, isn't it? No, that's ketamine. Give me the horse medicine. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe I should look into that and see if it is sounding familiar. Actually, I didn't know that was how it worked. Because I don't know, I can like sit and concentrate on something like this for a long time. So I was like, oh no, it's not that. Can't be. Coffee, Ambi, hello. Of course, we're talking about drugs, yeah. Of course. Cherry drew there's like a snake. I watched the Zootopia 2 trailer. I watched the trailer. There's a snake in it. And people are, that's gonna make the like car people weird. You know, like Jungle Book car. It's gonna make those people like extra weird because that snake looks like him. They're gonna get extra weird about that. Not a whole lot about the horse in that trailer though. Just imagine you spent your whole life with it and didn't even know that's how impactful it was. Apparently, yeah, maybe. Bro, I thought it was just like regular old tism. I thought it was just the tism. It's telling me I've got like tism extra pro version. Yeah, tism the season. Zootopia was a mistake. So help me, I'm gonna read that Zootopia comic. I'm gonna do it. You can't type, it's okay. It's okay. Me either. I can't type. I got the I got pig trotters. Everything about what I'm wearing is like human, but I do have pig trotters. It's like they're like nice little gloves. Hey girl, you big bone around them hips. I'm just happy to see me. Hello, Tomcat. How are we? Wait, is it taking things out of my chat? It's taking things out of my chat because it's on the top chat. Hang on. I see yous. I see yous. Diagnose everything these days. Are they quick or traitless and bullshit diagnosis? As long as you function fine, who cares? Yeah. I agree. I try not to think about it unless it's like intrusive. Unless it's intrusive things, I don't really. I don't know. So sometimes it's better not to know, I think. If you're like fine. You? Okay. Is Zootopia bad? Refuse to watch Zootopia on principle. Because of the furries. Hi, Baban. Hello. This looks very pale also. There, hang on. There we go, hang on. There we go. I'm gonna have to do a quick BRB also. I need to go and see where my cat is. I hope this is looking okay. How's it looking, chat? Roast me. Tell me what looks wrong, if you can spot anything. Go for it. Be mean. Be mean, chat. I'll give you the pass for a hot second. I'll give you the meanie pass. Zootopia is purely made to turn autistic kids into furries. It's anti-sprig conspiracy. That's the what do they call it? That's the gateway drug. Right, give me a second, chat. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. Hello. Was Lola Bunny the first psyop? Robin Hood started it, yeah. I think I've heard it was Robin Hood. Have you guys seen that video where they're like auctioning off furry art of two mice? Like, I think they're like mostly in the nip. I don't think you can see like the junk and that, but was that from like the 90s? I think that's from the 90s. I wonder if we could find that. I'm gonna try and find that and put it in the Discord group. I'll have a go at finding it. Let's see if it turns up if I just put the name of it in, because I'm sure it's called The Smell of Wet Fur. Let's see if we can find it, and then I'll link it to you so you can see. Is that it? No. No, let me see. An American Tail? Oh no, no, it's just some art that they're selling at an auction, and it's like it's mice. It's like furry mice. What if I put cringe in with it? Will that show up? Oh no, here we go. Oh, here it is. Oh no, it's yeah, it's worse than I remember. It's worse than I remember. Hang on, I think there's like multiple ones by the same person too, because you can tell by the art style. What are the other ones? I don't know who they're by. Where are the, oh no, yeah, no, there's a couple of like, there's sexy mice chat. Unrelated to my sexy mice story, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing. There you go. Educate yourselves, chat. Are they all that weird? Yeah, well, okay, one of them's like horrible. You can't see any of the business, but it's pretty horrible. Oh, that video is 15 years old. Wow. Archived. Beautiful. Okay, where did we go? Where's Twitch? Let's get back to what we were doing. I got distracted. I know about too much like internet cringe. Just in general. Just in general. It's my hobby. I get that kind of, yep. Let's do that. Let's do it like that. Or a little bit higher up with it, maybe. Is that right? Is that making all of one kind of two? Oh no, there's a little blib by there. A little blib by there, and then we'll tidy it up. Tidy it up after. It'll be okay. Yeah, you know what? That is looking okay. That is looking okay. It's kind of, it hasn't got like enough motion in it, but I think that's where I'm trying to measure it out very tidy so that it doesn't look strange. So I'm not that upset about it. I'm not upset about it. Okay, have I got too much stabilization on this? Oh, yeah, I have. Okay, it's getting kind of difficult to pull the lines around. There we go. Oh, so at the top of that too, okay. It's really annoying once the lines start to get easier to draw from a flipped canvas. I don't want to flip the canvas if I don't have to. I guess you will be able to see some of this, especially if I do like a version without the clothes. Version without the clothes. With just the glow. I'm not gonna draw the Gulchy Wulchy though. I'm not gonna draw the Gulchy Wulchy. I'm not doing that. Go. Is that right? I don't know if these a bit off, but start even them out more. Hang on, that should be like a little bit higher up because it's a slight angle that way. Yeah. And then pull that one up a bit. It's really difficult trying to get them like parallel, but enough distance between them so they're not too, like the negative space. You don't want them too close, but you don't want them too far away. Like some anthro stuff, like duck dodgers and SWAT cats. I had no idea that furries even were till I went into some SWAT cats fan groups. I was like your first exposure. I've never seen SWAT cats. Also, I don't think I looked it up the last time you were talking about it. Let me see. Oh, it's cats with a K. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna look at the art style. You don't really see many cats. Oh, I think I have seen these before, actually. Ooh. They look kind of cool. Like very toony. Kind of, what do you say? Bubsy. They're a little bit, not to be rude, but they're a little bit bubsy. Just as a generalization, a sweeping generalization. They're a bit bubsy. Like a 90s show that a bunch of people watched and are nostalgic for, but no one could tell you anything about what happens. Thundercats is pretty dope, yeah. Who's the little guy in that? The little cat guy. Who's he? Because I remember him specifically, like, annoying me or finding the way that he looks very, like, weird. It's like Snarf or something. It's like one of those characters. It's called like Grunk, Snarf or Grunk or something. Not that I've seen much of it, but I've seen clips. More than the show itself, it's like they have all these awesome characters, but the writing of the show overall isn't great. Oh, it's like one of those, I don't know, what would you call it? Like, it's got potential, but they messed it up, kind of thing. That kind of frustrating. Yeah, that's from Thundercats. Oh, wait, is he actually Snarf? I was taking the piss. I didn't think he was actually called Snarf. I was trying to combine like sniff and fart, like he's not actually called Snarf, is he? A little bit of snarfing. I guess that was like buried in my brain. Am I getting this right? Whee! What are the two litlins down here? Maybe a bit further down. A couple of litlins down this way. The litlins. I might have too many. Snarf is the name and whinging is this game. Oh no. Oh no, that is right. That is the right number, yeah, because there's 5 down there. Okay. 5 of them. Nice. I remember staying at like a family member's house and then them having a Thundercats bedsheet and he was on it and I was like, this thing looks so like punchable, like I hate him. I'd never seen any Thundercats, not that I, like I say, I've just seen clips of it, but it's like, this thing looks so punchable, this thing is like horrible. I hate that it's looking at me from this bedsheet. Okay, are we done? Nearly. I think we're nearly done. These have gone a bit wobbly down that way. I think they could probably do with pulling uppy with this a little bit like that. Yeah. Are they doing another Smurfs movie as well? Not that I've seen the other ones. They're like live action, right? Looks more toony. It looks more toony than new one, but I saw an advert for it and it actually looks like visually nice. I don't think it looks bad. Not that I plan to see it, but I like the way they were doing the eyeballs on them. Thundercats and He-Man, early 2000s anime-esque reboots that are way better than the OG shows. Basically scrub the lame stuff and go 2000s cool with it. Ooh. I didn't even know about that, actually. You don't think what looks bad? I saw an advert for like a new Smurf movie that's very cartoony and it looks like visually it looks nice. I liked what they were doing with the faces. And having kind of more like cartoony lines on the eyeballs on them. It reads nice. Looks good. I don't know if I'm messing that up. I don't know if I'm messing that up. Maybe. Maybe. Not yet. Not yet. No. Not yet. The whole science fantasy genre in books and Thundercats and He-Man are some of the only cartoons I know of in that subgenre. Oh. Science fantasy. Chat, know anything else like that? Have I heard people call The Fifth Element that, actually? Maybe. I can't remember much of that movie. I wanted to watch that again. I was looking up, I need to look at what books it was specifically, but that China Miéville one I was reading seems to be classed in a genre called New Weird. I guess that was kind of like science fantasy. I need to make more time to read again. There's a whole bunch of things. There's a whole slew of things I want to read. No, Fifth Element isn't science fantasy. Science fantasy is basically barbarians with swords, as well as some sci-fi tech like Eternal Champion and He-Man. That sounds pretty cool. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, how is that looking? I guess I'd want more line like along here to make it chunkier though. Don't draw skeletons, chat. Don't do it. Don't do it. Dancing skeleton, Halloween skeleton, everyday skeleton here. Everyday skeleton in this stream. Every day. These buttons are a bit clicky clacky, aren't they? Let's stop that. I'm gonna put these lines underneath some of the other lines. I'm gonna finish the neck first. I'm gonna finish the neck first. Do I draw the? I don't know if I want to draw the hyoid bone. I don't think you'd really see it under the chin. I don't think you'd really see it. It'd be like kind of. He'd be kind of in there like that. Not sure there's much point. Don't know. I should probably finish the tailbone as well. I didn't draw that. Or I didn't finish it. I haven't finished that yet. What else is science fantasy? Does anyone know? Be interested to see more. What's it been? 2 hours? Oh, it's not been that long. It's not been that long, this stream. What's these little prongs looking like up here as well? Spine prongs. There's so many little muscles along the spine. You don't, I don't know, you don't see them. They're normally covered in a bunch of other stuff, so I don't look at them, but there's a whole bunch. So many. You know what? How many muscles? How many muscles in the whole body? Google, please. How many muscles? 600 to 650? Ooh. That's more than there is bones. Yeah, that's pretty cool. They're all hanging about around the spine and the back. That's crazy. Then again, there's a lot in like the forearm where I've been looking at stuff. That's cool. 600 skeletal muscles. Exact number can vary slightly from person to person due to anatomical differences. Oh, not everyone's got the same number of muscles, really? Oh. That's weird. I think I was reading something about where some of them around like your business are split because of like sex differences. I don't know. I'm gonna go off on like a rabbit hole there. I'll leave it for later. It's for supper. Michael Moorcock's books, a science fantasy. When you read and look at some of that stuff, get that feel or vibe. It's a very distinct thing. Smile for the camera, chat. I'm gonna. Thank you. All those Botox babes adding stuff and messing with the stats, yeah. Extra muscles. Botox is like terrifying. I remember seeing one thing where they were talking about, I think it was Love Island, and how all the women on that are like in their 20s, but they don't look like it. They look like they're 45, most of them. Because they've had the Botox, and I guess it like stretches your face out. It stretches your face out over time and makes you look like melty, which is horrifying. Horrifying. Can you get like stretch marks if you put too much Botox in your face, actually? Because that would be also very scary. I want to know. Botox stretch marks. Imagine having that like across your face, like after swelling. I wonder if just like swelling on your face does that, actually. I feel like getting an accident or something, because I don't think I've ever seen anyone with stretch marks on their face. It's a deal with the devil. I don't know. See, I say I like funny looking people, and that's because I'm kind of funny looking too. I don't want to like fix it there. It's like the old Bill Burr joke. Do you want to look like a 50-year-old or a 35-year-old lizard? Yeah. You bargain for the thing, and then the thing you bargain for makes it worse. Like a monkey's paw. Oops. These wonky. I don't know. I'm just interested in like botched body mods. I think that's like really interesting. It's just me. Okay, I need to start splitting these up too and getting these to sit properly. You ever seen that video of the Japanese guy who turned himself into a collie? Oh, maybe? I think so. Do I just search collie guy? What do I do to find that? Because if I haven't seen it, I want to. Fascinating. Right, I actually need to follow those lines. I'm being stupid. I'm kind of stupid. These are a lot smaller. You know what if we just do like one? What if we just do one like this? And it's like fairly normal, but easier to deal with. Yeah, if I can do that. They're not like exactly right, but I can adjust. No, I want to see the collie guy. Let's redo that. I'm gonna have to do it from the bottom so these line up, because I'm kind of like curve forward. You wouldn't see that one behind there. You wouldn't see that one. Not sure. Saw it so long ago. I remembered it since we were chatting weirdos and body mods. Yeah. I'll have a look after. Kind of shift these down a little bit like that. That's better. That's better. I guess it's, yeah, it's just like this little bit that's kind of awkward. This little bit that's kind of awkward. Where's that going? That was a bit of a, that kind of tail by there is a bit too high up. Okay, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. And then I can go and start putting the blubbles in between. Okay, let me move my ref around a little bit. You spin the skeleton. Oh, I see what's going on there. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, so like doot doot, doot doot, kind of, and then there's the platey pieces behind. I might just do this and then kind of carve into it. It's going to be easier to do with lines, but if I block it out, it will help. Block it out, it will help. And there's just like a whole mess of it up this way. There's a whole mess. Right. Oh dear. And I need a bit more chunk coming off of these too. They stick out. I need to, oh, I forgot to look up. I was going to look up where I can watch Star Trek, because a lot of that sounds very interesting to me. Where we were. So we were talking about that a lot on the stream, actually, the Odds and Deaths one on the weekend. On Saturday. That's pretty cool. I like hearing about it from Clown Friend. I see what's going on. I see what's going on here. There's like extra little doodle whatsits. Doodle whatsits. What time is it now? 4 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna hang around for a little bit longer. 4 o'clock, yeah. I'll hang out for a little bit longer. And then I will have to go. No, I'm not gonna go yet, mind. I'm not gonna go yet, mind. In a bit. Just, whoops. Just a bit of warning. do I want to be done with that now? I kind of want to put the flesh on, actually. Should we draw the flesh on? Where did that layer with that go? That's not it, is it? No. No, it's not that. No, that's the like bodysuit one. Okay. Is it that one? I don't think it's that one. I think I did. Yeah, because the knee's in the wrong place. I moved it slightly. I moved it over. Where is my sketch? Isn't on top. I've just got a whole mess of layers. Oh, there it is. No, that's the same one that it wasn't. Okay. Hang on, where have I put it? Or have I just reduced the layer to where I can't see it? Yes, I have. Okay. It's under like 2 adjustments. Okay, so I don't need the skelly bones layers anymore. Don't need the skelly bones. What is on this layer? Is it a whole bunch of nothing? Yes, it is. Okay. Right, that's not bad now. That's not bad. I can reduce it and do that. I'll probably change the hands to fit as well because I will have more clear understanding once I get most of this in place. Right, what have I got? Lines. Not that one. 1, 2, 3. Those are lines, and then I want, let me zoom this out so you can see it actually. A bit easier. See it a bit easier over that way. Yeah, okay, let's go around that. I'm gonna make a new line layer and it'll have to be I guess white so that I can see it. And I can reduce the bones a bit so that they blend in with everything else. That one's like empty. Oh, I need more on the underside too. And then I will rasterize it and take the like middle color out of it so it's just lines later, but I'll probably correct it some more before I do that. Right, a nice empty layer. Nice empty layer then. It's kind of too bright to see. Kind of too bright. There we go. And a bit more stabilization. More stabilization in a skinnier brush because I don't want it big. So hang on, my arm has gone to sleep. I've rested on it funny. Okay, woo. Don't want a lot by there actually. I'm gonna have to, I said skinny it out. I'm gonna skinny it out some more. That doesn't want a lot around it because it's just the elbow. We get a little bit of skin around it and then a little bit of around there. Bloop and whoop. I don't know if it's gonna look strange if I make the limbs a little bit less chunky as I go, but we'll see. Because I don't want them huge. Yep. Brachioradialis, my favorite. My favorite. I want the little like blubbins that you get here as well. Like, I do like the blubbins. Chat, do you know the way to the blubbins? I think that's a bit better. I've got like a habit of putting a bunch of chunk on where I don't really need to as well. It's the little tail of the, what's it? Peck. The tail of the peck, and then down this way. Or no, we'll roll up and over a bit. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, it's like where the bone sits in the flesh is kind of a pain. I'm gonna redo that hand, probably. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have a bit of chub on the cheek, I think, like that, and then down. And the chin is more like a bony landmark by there. This would look better with a dark background, but I'm going to try and leave it like this so that you can see. That should come over that way a bit further too, where it's pulled up and back. Let's swing it over, swing it over, because it is going to go like over there. Ooh. Take that line off too, because that'll be a shading thing. That'll be a shading thing. Try not to line my shading too much. Then rendering can happen. Rendering can happen later. Calm that. Ooh, we want a bit of chub around there. A little bit of chub around there. Hips. And how much do I want to hip dip? I don't think I want to hip dip too much because she's got everything kind of sticky out, you know? Jutting out and impudent, as it were. Oh, jutting out and impudent. And then there's like butt fat. There's like butt fat going on there that I'm trying to draw, so it doesn't want to pull right up to where the hips are. I don't think anyway. I'm suspecting that like this distance here is a bit too big, but I'm trying to get it so like the weight is kind of pulling the fat that way, you know. So it's gonna pull a little bit, especially where she's lying on the bed. It should pull a bit more. So that would like roll around there. So I try and put like extra where you get the bone quite close to the surface, but I still want to keep like a little bit here so I can make this glow. Like that line right around the edge, that distance in there. I don't want to get rid of that completely. Oh, I owe everyone a Patreon stream too. I had to not do one on Friday because I was very, very tired. I was up like very, very early with the cat. Looking after her, so by the time Patreon stream o'clock hit, I was just out of it, man. It's like way out of it. Poor cat had me worried. Stressing. Where's the boobs? I'll deal with the boobs in a minute. I'll deal with them in a minute. I need to correct the order of some of this too. It needs to... Yeah, there we go. And then it's just like layer into fixed. Ooh, like this. Like... got to find a cool way to get the hair to look as well, but I don't know how heavy I want the lines on it. Maybe I should just leave it as one shape and have a few kind of open pieces like this and then work around that when I get to when I get to the rendering. Just give myself some shapes that I can fill in. That might be a good way to do it. Okay. I like that little gap there though. It's quite cute. I like me some Muka shapes. What do you guys think of when they do that kind of thing in anime hands? So it's like a stylistic thing, but sometimes people will draw hands like this where the fingies are kind of close together or something like that. I guess. Hang on. They'll draw a hand pose. I can't draw one now. They'll draw a hand pose like this. And like these little bits where they touch kind of get erased out. So it's more the outline. But I see it a lot in like anime kind of styles. What do you think of that, chat? I think it looks pretty cool. I don't think it's my kind of jam, but it does look pretty cool. I see people do that with shadows sometimes as well, where they'll outline them in that way. That's pretty nice. So that look cool. It's fine, depending on how zoomed out it is. Fair enough. I don't know if... See, Muka does it with hair, but I don't think it's like a body thing with Muka art. It's just like that kind of thing extended out for stylization's sake. Okay, we can get like a little bit of chub on the arm as well. I like it when you get the upper arm chub like that, so it kind of drops off. You don't really see the deltoid; it just drops off into the chub. Wouldn't see it on like that one because the way it's curving upwards, but on this one where it's got the flat surface behind. Very good, very good. Hate things based on a spirit of them rather than the actual thing. Wait, what do you mean? Based on the spirit of them rather than the actual thing. Do split lines because they feel like that's what they had to do to fit in pisses me off, but it looks natural, then I don't care. Oh, I see, where you can tell people are just mimicking something else. Oh, you can see the influence. I don't know if I'm that obnoxious with liking Muka and drawing curvy poses. I don't know. I guess I don't really try and like mimic Muka's style though. Yeah. I don't know. I tend to assume that's just how you can tell that it's a kid, because kid, you know, they got to start off like copying something, so. Okay, wait, what is going on down here? I'm drawing the lines a bit squiff. Hang on. There's a booby up here that I'm dodging at the moment as well. I will have to bring the line layout up a bit to see it. Okay, we down that way now. Oh, I like that leg. Oh, I'm gonna really enjoy painting that leg actually. I like this whole area where you get the squish. The little squish between the fat. Like, mwah. Beautiful. The little like skin ripples you get down it. What was that? Okay, there's like the iliotibial band that goes from like over here down that way, right? Oh no, okay, it's like up here. Is it? Wait. Iliotibial band. Where does that one? Hang on. I am thinking about the. Is it the sartorius? It's the sartorius goes from the iliac crest, isn't it? Because it goes from here down to like woo over that way, but like through the other side, like behind there. I think. Wait, no. Iliotibial. Where's my book? Where's my book? Where's yeah? Sorry. Loud. Where did it go? No, you can kind of see by the way that people draw, like the generations. You can split it by generation, depending on how they draw. You can see the influences that have come through, which I think is kind of interesting. I don't know. I get disappointed when people are like really good at art, and they don't like develop into their own kind of style, like from that. Like I guess you can still draw, you know, mimicking something, but I think it gets kind of boring when they don't try and develop their own kind of style, or have little bits of like flair that look cool that they've played about with on their own. Like you can see the joy in it. You can see the joy in it, and it makes me happy when people mess about with stuff. What am I talking about? What? Iliotibial band. Where do you live? Where do you live? No, it's like the other side of it, because you got that big V shape, don't you? Don't you? And then who? Kyoani. Same face the entire industry into oblivion. Wait, what's the same face? Who is that, and what is the same face? I've not heard that before. That's new. Hang on, I'm going crazy over here looking at this art shit. And not me shit, I mean. No, let me Google it. Let me Google it. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm crazy if I don't Google it. Okay, tell me where the old iliotibial band goes. Please. Iliotibial band. I'm pretty sure it's the other side of the iliac crest, isn't it? Because ilio, like dur. And then down to the side. Yeah, wait, I'm talking myself through it, and I know now. He flipping well is as well. Does he go up to the top of the femur? Because I know he attaches down the side there, because you get that little stringy in the dip behind it. Right. Oh no, it slings around the flipping, I think it's like a Y shape, isn't it? Because it slings around the gluteus medius. Kind of. Kyoto Animation is a very big influential animation company. So influential, and now everything looks the same. Oh. Wait, what's Kyoani then? Is that the same thing or something different? Even in Kyoani. Oh, is that an anime? All the characters have the obnoxious same-facey moe blob looks to them. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's around the like gluteus medius, isn't it? Right. Okay, so it's like here, and there's like the, and then it goes whoa down this way, and that's why you get like the little divot drop off by there. That's it. Kyoto Animation. Oh, okay. I thought that was a name. Sorry. I see. Thank you for explaining. I didn't put that together. What animation do they do? What have they worked on? I'm gonna Google it. Oh, wait, is that K-On? Is that them? Because they all have the same face. One of them's, oh yeah, one of them's got the eyebrows. That's how you discern them, like, oh, this one's got slightly bigger eyebrows than everyone else. Yeah, Kaon is the one, yeah. I've never watched that. I can't get past the way that it looks. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't think that's made for me. Is that one of those ones that where it's like a bunch of girls hanging out and it's for men to watch? That's what I always assumed that was. I don't know. I don't understand the anime. I don't get it. Maybe I should want to, actually, because I do have an interest in strange people. Like anime watching people. They really do all have the same face. It is called Cute Girls Doing Cute Things. Is there a name for that genre? I don't see how that's entertaining. But I don't know. I am not the demographic. You know what? Okay, hang on. The genre is cute girls. Oh, that's just they don't have a name for it other than that. Huh. Interesting. Or not as interesting as I hoped. Disappointed, actually. Slice of life comedy like Lucky Star. I've not seen that either. I think the only slice of life thing I've enjoyed is that Centaur one, and also Freyren, because it's kind of, I guess that's like slice of life. It's not really a whole lot going on in it, but it's quite nice, comfy, nice and comfy. I don't want to have too many flipping lines over here. Just leave it. I'll leave it be. Leave it alone. How was Freyren? I was liking it. I've watched like maybe 5 episodes. Maybe 5 episodes of it. It's just comfy. It is very slice of life. Oh, I see what I'm doing. I'm putting too much like weight around these. Freyren is the most popular anime on my anime list, by the way. Huh. First of all, it gets points because it's not doing like fan servicey stuff. There's no tits hanging out. No one's got their tits hanging out for a start, and that's like a good sign right off the bat. That's a good sign right off the bat. It's just kind of like character interaction. It's nice, comfy. You could like fall asleep to it. It's that kind of thing. Not in like a bad way. Not as a critique, just as you could fall asleep with it on. It's pretty nice. I'm waiting for it to be bad also because I don't know, that's usually the way I approach things. I'll wait for it to turn bad. Especially when I like something. Just like, oh no, when's it gonna turn? When's it gonna turn and be terrible? Let me turn the underneath off on this so you can see. There she is. There she is. It's kind of hard to see right now though. Sure to fall asleep to, yeah. Not in like a derogatory way, just comfy, I mean. You ain't gotta use your brain too much, it's one of those. I guess there's some kind of anime fighting in there, but it's not really important. It's not really the point of what's going on. Oh, of course I can't grab that. No, okay. I'm gonna try and fill in what I've got, and then I'll do the rest. It's annoying me that it's quite difficult to see. It's the wrong one. It's getting on my nerves that I can't get more contrast, so it's easier to see on the screen. Not in a bad way, I just watch it and get sleepy because it doesn't make me think, yeah. Uh-huh. I don't know. Okay, it's not presenting me with like a bunch of lore. It's not doing like exposition dumping. It's kind of showing you some, but it's not like you gotta, okay, this is happening, there's this guy over here and that guy, and this is, oh, they got beef and blah blah blah. Ugh. Like, that's dealt with pretty quickly, and then you don't have to think a whole lot. This is such an anti-review. I never said I was any good at reviews. I never said I was any good at reviews. I think they're going more for like emotional poignancy, maybe. Resonance. No, I want both of these layers, thank you. Both of them. Ugh, it's slow. It's slow, but in a comfy way. Comfy slow. I don't know. If everyone else likes it, there's something I'm not picking up on. No, don't know how to explain. That must be good. Let's look at drawing skeleton. How long did it take to master such dark arts? I've drawn a lot of skeleton. I drew like. Also, hello. How are we? Let me go and find the post. Do I have ArtStation up still? I drew like 12 of them, I think, to practice different stuff. I've got a big post of them, but I've drawn them more aside from that as well. There's a whole bunch that I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there you go. I drew a whole bunch there to figure her out. She's a little bit more chunky on that too. I'm trying to lean into skinny on this one. I figured, well, the skeleton's the same, so I can just make her as chunky or skinny as I want. Also, I like anatomy. I think it's cool. I want to get better at it so I can draw worse things. I want to get better so I can get worse. That's my goal. I'm gonna make this blue as well so you see it a bit better. Oh, is that a nightmare? Is that a waking nightmare to look at? Is that terrible? I want that base back actually with the sketch, and I need to put something next to her to fill in the space. Oh, that's still white. Now I want it blue. I want blue. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Also, lots of crying about it. That's my usual advice. Cry about it. Sit and draw and cry about it a lot. So you get it to work. Okay. I wanted to. What do I want to do? I'm just gonna rasterize these, whatever, and then I might draw them like separately in a minute. I hate all these small bones. All the small bones in the hands and the feet. I hate them. No, not the opacity slider. No. Does anyone actually use the opacity slider when they're painting? Chat, any of you? Anyone? I cannot stand it. If I can't do opacity with pen pressure, I ain't using it. I ain't using it, right? I think it's okay if I cover up like a little bit of the face. Oh, also, hang on, can I like block the 3D models in? I am using 3D models as references. Let me dunk these in the chat. Here. There you go. Ugh. Go crazy. Sketchfab's really helpful, chat. Use it. But yeah, I've got my own refs. I do not on the layers, if that's what you mean. Oh yeah, maybe in layers, yeah. I do use like layer adjustment, not layer adjustment, opacity adjustment on layers. I don't use it like directly in the brush though. Studying anatomy right now, there's something I haven't grasped yet. The gap between the torso and the pelvis and the stomach, a portion of the gap equals one head, but some artists don't respect that. No, they don't. I've got a really bad habit of squashing the rib cage down so that it's like shorter height-wise. Because cats have a thing where they're like super bendy so that they can like twist and stuff because their rib cage is pretty short, right? So it gives them more like spine that they can like, instead of, you know, instead of wriggling around like this, they can kind of like, wow. You know how cats do, like that. They can be doing the boobs and butt pose. They're like the masters of it. It's great. So I tend to do that on. It looks like those two are up to something. Let's get rid of that. I tend to. What was I saying? Yeah, I tend to do that so that I can get boobs and butt poses, or I can like twist the body in a weird way without like collisions between the ribs and the hips happening. She's kind of got quite a big gap there actually, and I bend the spine a bit more. Rule of thumb for that? Does it make the art false? I can't remember what the rule is for that actually. That's one I need to look up because I usually like mess about with that one as well, depending on what I want to do. That's something I need to look at though. Like pelvises in general, I need to go back to and look at more. If you get a good anatomy book, that will help. Also, I like Atlas of Human Anatomy for the Artist by Stephen Rogers Peck, and I've got another one that's just like a general kind of anatomy book that's got a lot about the stuff on the inside too. What is it? Atlas of Anatomy, Eagle Editions. Because the muscle diagrams, well, they're not in color in the Stephen Rogers Peck one, so it gets a bit hard to decipher that, but they are in color in that one, so it's easy to reference the muscles in it when you see them split like that. Not so difficult on the brain. I just got that one like secondhand, so I don't know if there's better anatomy books. I want to start looking into like medical ones as well. I need to see what I can find. I want a nice one that has lots of diagrams. Let's try and fix. Oh, did I not line the booba? I did not line the booba. Hang on, because I got rid of my sketch, didn't I? Right. I might have to redo that hand because I think I just slapped it on, and it's a bit off. Sorry, it yawns still. Where's that gone? When I draw a tall character next to a short character, I remove Heads of proportion for the short character. 7 heads tall and half for the... Oh, 7 heads and a half tall, 5 and a half for the shorter. Ah. I see. Okay, no, hang on. What is it if it's like... Okay, you get like 1 head, like two, okay, 1 head, 2 heads to the nippies, 3 to the belly, 4 to the crotch, I think is usually the way it is. And then that's like half, and you double that for the legs. Just in general, but that doesn't always fly if you're going to mess about with the proportions, like nippies along by there, ribs and hips, like so. That's pretty scruffy, but yeah. Like I said, I think the rib cage is the thing I mess with the most. And if it's more toony, I like mess with the legs and make those longer, but that makes it really difficult to kind of maneuver a character around when they've got when they've got a tibia and a fibula that are longer than the femur. How would you draw 2 characters of a different height? What is your method? I tend to do that kind of thing where I've drawn the heads out, but I will remember the different kind of landmarks for how tall they are, and mess about with it and see if it looks right. Lasso the body and shrink it. Just resize the head. But yeah, I will do that, because once you start to get into like stylize and stuff, those measurements start to get weird, so you have to kind of make a whole new formula for each character, I guess. But yeah, I tend to think about like the landmarks and where things line up, and I do mess around with the proportions until I get them into a spot where it's easier to remember it. So I'll try and get the head heights where you can get them, so like 1 head height is where the belly button is or something, to make it easier to remember, because then it's not so annoying. I'm trying to do that where I'm drawing different like body types, doing my sketch sheets, which I should go back to, actually. Should go back to those. I'll do more of them on stream at some point, chat. I need to get more of them ready to go on the Patreon where I was doing those like figure draws from my brain, my imagination. Okay, is that boobie a bit high? That boobie's a little bit high. It wants to like that. There we go. I'm not gonna give it huge knockers because it'll look weird. I think it will be too much. They don't gotta be huge. Did I miss anything? No. Fighting with these lines, trying to get them soft enough. You know what? That's okay. I always pull the boobs up too high as well, but she's kind of like reclining, so they like my whole talk about the dolphins. You know what I mean. There's a clip on the Twitch. Just think about the dolphins. Think about the dolphins. Let's try and like around here as well, because this is getting done a bit better. That's where you get a little bit of fat for the thumb, and then like around there. This is too big of a line also. But yeah, I don't know, I guess I think about like simplifying stuff into certain shapes. Once you like draw someone enough as well, you tend to get used to them. Get used to them, what they look like. Doing like a turnaround helps as well, because I've found, I'm not sure why, but like sometimes sometimes when you draw a figure and you set it out from like a front view or something, once you start trying to turn the figure around, it looks weird from different angles. I don't know why that is. It's probably just like inconsistencies that need working out, but that's always annoying. Particularly annoying. I've been fancying a fish pie, actually. I should cook a fish pie. I need to start, actually, drying some herbs from the garden. Start to see how smashed and slammed your art style is when you rotate it, yeah. If you like set up a height chart and then, you know, you draw it from like front view and then you start trying to rotate it and like extrapolate from the proportions that you've drawn. Like if you draw the kind of horizontal lines to get a grid that you need to draw on as you rotate it, ooh, you will find all sorts of problems. All sorts of problems. It's a nightmare. There's a lot of ways you can cheese stuff though, doing turnarounds actually. Like using the silhouette. Cheese. Cheese all the way to the bank. Can I smell food cooking? I think Fam might be doing something already. I think that hand's like a bit fucky as well. I'm pretty sure that hand's fucky. I'm gonna move the hand. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna move the hand. I'm gonna move it up a bit. It's too, I'm trying to get like that kind of curve and it's too much. It's to where it's like broken looking, which is not what I'm going for. I need to draw some where, you know, when you get like an exploded view of something and all the bits are just like zoomed out everywhere, or they like zoom out from the middle, like radially, they just go like pew. I need to do that, but with skeleton, because that would be pretty cool. I drew a few where the limbs are kind of like loose, but they were on paper, and I think I did like an ink wash on them. I've put those on Patreon like a while ago. I think they're quite old though. I think they're quite old. I don't remember. Let me try rotating that hand, because I think it is a problem of where I've tried to curve it around too much, or like the foreshortening's not happening. Foreshortening's not happening the right way. Let's have a look. Let's be more like this. I keep thinking the angle that I've done the radius and that at is a bit less angled than it looks. You know what that dog's name was? It was Bape. It wasn't Blep, it was Bape. I remembered. 2x Pimpy, 3x Bape. Or is it 3x Pimpy, 2x Babe? It's one of them. Is that better? See, I like angled it down a lot more on that one, but it's too like off to the side. I don't know. Hang on. Let me like warp it around until I figure out what I'm doing. That looks better. Cursed ass dogs, they are. They really are built like toads. It's scary. Okay, yeah, that's more the angle, isn't it? That's more the angle. Messing it up. And then the other one is a whole other thing. Let's mess about with this some more and see if I can fix it. I really like that warp tool, because if you mess something up, you can just go, no, it was supposed to be over here, and then test it really quickly. Like if you ain't quite getting the angle, if you just give it the old manual blast. The old manual disimpaction. With the warp tool, it sits better. I feel like that helps with perspective as well. Like if you can't quite get it, you can just give it a blast. You just give it a blast to make it more extreme and see if it works. Helps you pick up on what you were missing, right? See if I have that angle more that way, it might sit. I don't seem to be drawing them as spaced out as they should be. I'm kind of sticking them together like a flipper. Should have more space like that between them. And that one wants a bit shorter too. I don't know what advice to give on like skeletons specifically either. Other than go read an anatomy book and cry for a while. That's what I did. Or like, I don't know. I guess like figure drawing and looking at the bone landmarks helps a lot. That's kind of where I started out. If you can get those down, you can just kind of like cross-reference where things sit, because you can be like, oh, well, I know this thing's over here, so you start to kind of triangulate things based on what landmarks you have that you're aware of, and then you like build it up slowly. You figure out like, oh, this one's attached to this thing over here. Then it turns into like a web. You gotta work on sticking the web together in your brain. Okay, it's the like opposing whatever. What do they call it? Opposable thumbs, that's it. Because your thumb can oppose your little finger, because your little finger kind of curls in like that way so you can grip stuff. You gotta go and learn about stuff like that, you know, that kind of thing. Then it will be easier. I don't think I'm the best at it though. Go watch some videos of Kim Jong-gi drawing and like cry. Go and cry. That'll get you upset. Promise you. I wish I had brainwebs like that. Posable bums are where artists are fought. Posable bums. I'm gonna have to start using that for like boobs and butt pose, just opposable bums. Like you can make them face different different cardinal directions. you, you got the boobs like north and south, and you got the ass east and west. Yeah, like this kind of thing going on. So you can fit them together. Guess that's not opposing them really though, but close. Looking at contortionists is pretty cool as well, in the way that I was talking about this before, but most of the bending is in like, it's like the cervical spine, the top of your neck, isn't it? Up to your head and then down to your rib cage. The cervical spine and the thoracics in the middle, and then the lumbar at the bottom. So it's all in the lumbar and the cervical spine where the bend is, because the rib cage can't really, kind of bends. You kind of see it where it starts curving weird when they bend, but not that much. There's not that much bend in it. It's all in the top and the bottom. They're very bendy. I can't remember what kind of degrees it was. I was looking at the specific degrees that it was, and comparing it with the degrees of how much like normal people can move and how much they can push it. Like I found like x-rays of contortionists so that I could see. They're really cool to look at, actually. If anyone wants to like nerd out about anatomy. Can I do that? Oh, that other one's kind of too, yeah, that one's too kind of claw-ish. I need to have them a bit more relaxed so they're not just like curled right in. Do this kind of thing and then, yeah, have more of like a shape. Still messy. Still messy though. I don't know if this is making the foreshortening difficult to do. It could be that that's the case. Making it more awkward. That does look better, but it's still doing that weird curving thing that I don't want it to. Let's see. It's supposed to go more down like a plane kind of. If I widen that out a bit more, that might, yeah, that helps a bit more. Oh yeah, that's not so bad. I think it's where you've got this little triangle in here towards the pad on the side of the hand. Let me up that a bit so you can see it too. That's underneath the other lines now as well. And I have a view to the boob now, so I can move this hand. Or is that better if I grab it? I don't know. The hands and feet were always going to be a problem anyway, so whatever. Oops. Don't want to mess with that rib cage because it's okay. Yeah, it's gonna have to be. Yeah, it's gonna have to be more of that angle. We'll leave it. And I'll get rid and draw it again. That's another good tip, actually. Erase it and draw it again. Erase it and draw it again. Then cry. Oh, it doesn't even have to be in like that order, but you know, similar. Or similar. Now I need to like stack these together a bit more. And then I guess you'd see it like behind there, so it's more on the, yeah, I'll leave it so it's like more on the shoulder. I was gonna have it go up and over, but I think it's is it like too far behind? Is that arm like, no, I can have our arm in the front of it if this, yeah, if that's in front. Like up and over, yeah, because the arm's gonna be too long to like tuck it behind there anyway, so. I think try that, okay. Try that. I'm annoying myself because I'm adjusting things and trying to do it quickly. If I do that and then like over like that. Making that small now. Is that looking, no, it's like too small compared to the other one. Shrinking everything. What else would be interesting for like a study character? Because that's kind of what Skelby is. What else would you do if you wanted a character that was like specifically very difficult to draw on purpose? Maybe something that's really heavily textured. Perspective-led, a character can never be perceived in the same perspective consecutively. That would be a good one. These hands are still, yeah, these hands are still too small. I'm making it like teeny weeny. Teeny weeny for no good reason. Let's fix it. I think I'm like trying to keep it away from the rib cage, and that's making me like be stupid. It's making me be stupid. Feel my brain melting. It's a little bit warm still, actually. That might be why my brain's melting. Yeah, that's a little bit better. They are kind of flippery without skin on them. They're a little bit flippery when they ain't got no skin on. Okay, what if we do that? I'm trying to get it so they've got a little bit of movement on them too. So it's not just boring. Okay, I think I'm going to scoot in a minute because I want to, well, I kind of want to get these hands done and then I can do something else. Do something else. I was having a little bit of a fight with anime effects this morning, so I need to get back to figuring that out as well, actually. Just a little bit of a fight, right? That looks better. They might still be a bit close together, but I'll have to like pull these out more. Let's pull them out though. There we go. Yeah, let's split them. Yeah, right. I don't think that's so bad. Maybe I should not have it interfere with the shoulder though. I might pull it down some more. Or, you know what, it's like the thumb and everything over here wants to just squish down. Yeah, I'll have a look at it tomorrow because I don't want to lose the like, okay, there's like an angle there and then you get the shoulder kind of intersecting it that way. I don't want to lose that overlap. Right, I'm gonna scoot, I guess, chat. Right, I'll be off. Have a good one. Ta-ra! I'm gonna go and eat or whatever. Bye.